So you see, I don't want to read from the Bible as the Bible has been corrupted over time.
Can
You
you show
see,
me where the Quran says
yeah,
the Bible is corrupted?
basically the Bible has been like written by people, right?
Who wrote down the Quran for your prophet?
Allah did.
You mean Allah came down and took a pen and wrote it in
No,
the Mus'haf? The Arabic Quran you're reading, Allah wrote it for you personally? He hand
no,
copied it?
people have wrote it.
Say it again.
People have wrote it, but
Thank you. People wrote down the Quran for your prophet that you believe received it from Allah. So if your problem is that the Bible was written down by people, your Quran was written down by people. So that means you shouldn't trust your Quran according to your logic.
no, we should trust it because
Why?
you see, the Quran wasn't like originally my bad, like written by the people. It first of all, God sent it down. He gave it to Gabriel, and Gabriel sent it down to the Prophet. No,
And what did the prophet
human
do with
being.
it when he received it?
He put it into a book. He made a book.
But your prophet is Ummi. He can't read or write. So who wrote it for him? Do you want me to give you the names? I'll tell you. He had scribes. Abdullah ibn Masud, Ubay bin Ka'b, Zayd ibn Thabit, Muawiyah ibn Abu Sufyan, among others. There were men, human scribes, that your prophet had to write down the Quran for him.
Yeah.
And what did Uthman do with all those Qurans that
He made them
Muhammad
into a book.
Sahaba? What did he do? What did Uthman do with those Qurans?
He made them into a book.
He burned them.
Oh,
He destroyed Qurans that were Arabic Qurans written by the companions of Muhammad, and he took the one copy of Zayd and he says, this is the one we're going to go by. Let me show it to you. Okay, so thank God we didn't have an Uthman burning our Bibles like you did. Here it is. Sahih Bukhari, volume 6, number 510. Here it is, brother in humanity. Click on it and open it up and read it for me.
Hudhaifa bin al-Yaman came to Uthman at the time when people of Sham and the people of Iraq were waging war to conquer Armenia and Azerbaijan. Hudhaifa was afraid of the people of Sham and Iraq differences in the recitation of the Quran, so he said to Uthman, Uthman, O chief of the believers, save this nation before they differ about the book Quran as Jews and Christians did before. So Uthman sent a message.
Before you move on, he's saying, Uthman, the Muslims are now coming to blows and they're about to kill each other because there are different Muslims from different areas. One group from Iraq, the other from Syria, and the Muslims from Syria are reciting the Quran in a way that the people of Iraq have not heard. And the Muslims of Iraq are reciting the Quran in a way that the Muslims from Syria have not heard. And they're accusing one another of corrupting the book, changing the book, and they want to kill each other. So do something about it. So let me ask you a question. How is it that the Muslims, who all were taught the Quran by the companions of Muhammad, the Sahaba of Muhammad, like Abdullah bin Masud, Ubay bin Ka'b, when they learned the Quran from Muhammad's companions, were reciting it so differently, reading it so differently, that it didn't sound the same? So they accused each other of corrupting the book and wanted to kill each other.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they wanted to kill each other because they were accusing each other of corrupting the book.
But if the Quran is perfectly preserved and they learned it from one man, the correct recitation, why would they recite it so differently that it didn't sound the same and they accused Muslims of corrupting the Quran?
They may have read, for example, a character different to accuse each other. For example, they may have read the word al-mutahhida, for example, mutahhidi for mutahhidida, or etc. I'm giving an example.
And no, but what I'm saying is that's okay. My point is they're all learning it from Muhammad. Abdullah bin Masud is learning it from Muhammad. Ubay bin Ka'b is learning from Muhammad. Why then would these two companions of Muhammad learn the Quran so differently so that when they teach it to others, these others now are thinking the other Muslims have corrupted the Quran? Why couldn't they get it the same way and the right way when they're getting it from the same person? And finish what Uthman did.
O chief of the believers, save this nation before they differ about the book Quran as Jews and Christians did before. So Uthman sent the message to Hafsa saying, send us the manuscripts of the Quran so that we may compile the Quranic materials in perfect copies, then return the manuscripts to you. Do I continue?
Yeah. And then look what Uthman did. So when Zayd and 3 others helped him make new copies of the Quran, the Mus'haf that was with Hafsa. Now, to give you the history, Hafsa had the copy of the Quran that Abu Bakr commissioned Zayd ibn Thabit to write during the caliphate of Abu Bakr. When Abu Bakr died, Omar took that Mus'haf, that Quran. When he was murdered, it was entrusted to his daughter Hafsa. So now Uthman is saying, go to Hafsa, ask her for that copy, make fresh copies from that one. Now read what happens.
Yeah. Hafsa sent it to Uthman. Uthman then ordered Zayd bin Thabit, Abdullah ibn Zubayr, Sayd bin Al-As, and Abd al-Rahman bin Harith bin Hisham to rewrite the manuscripts in perfect copies. Uthman said to the free Qurayshi men, in case you disagree with Zayd bin Thabit on any point in the Quran, then write it to a dialect of Quraysh. The Quran was revealed in their tongue. They then write it in a dialect, so they did so, and when they had written many copies, Uthman returned the original manuscript to Hafsa. Uthman sent to every Muslim province one copy of what they had copied, and ordered that all of the Quranic materials, whenever written in fragmentary manuscripts or whole copies, to be burned.
Wait, what did he do with the Qurans of the Sahaba, the companions of Muhammad?
He burned them.
What gave Uthman the right to take the Mus'haf, the copy of Abdullah ibn Masud, or Ubay ibn Ka'b, or the others, and burn them and destroy them when these are Arabic Qurans that were written
Nobody
down?
gave him the right.
Say it again?
Nobody gave him the right to do that.
Okay, but he did it.
Yeah, he did.
And he's not a prophet, he's not a messenger, and Allah didn't give him wahi to do that. So when you say your Quran is perfectly preserved, not according to your traditions,